Sugar Bowl right here in New Orleans. I think a lot of people have associated this bowl game with the SEC. But as we've seen since the start of the playoff, teams like Washington, Ohio State, Clemson, among others, have made this trip down here to the Bayou.
They'll tackle him out across the 20.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
They'll run it to the right side. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense getting set. It's second down. He's going to hand this off. The ball to the 36.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. The Pirates come to the line in a hurry-up.
Boy, with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another first down. They had their chance there on third down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
Here comes a handoff. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
Play number 7 on the opening drive, and it's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down, they load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He shreds the tackle. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Getting set. Here's second down.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense,
and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, East Carolina. Made the defense look slow that time. Now the all-important extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That's how they bring him in a blitz, and he gets home.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker who's kind of a sideline-to-sideline player defending the run, but here the timing and the instincts as a blitzer coming right through the middle of that offensive line, and gets to the quarterback. Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Running out of time in the pocket. Gets some space around the 30. Slides down to avoid the tackle. And the Sooners will have first and 10 here.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice game.
The Sooners looking to run some tempo here.
I still love to see Oklahoma run the football and be able to show people they can get first downs by running the ball. I know their quarterbacks have been great.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Took contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. Pirates will line up to punt it away. This one will be fair caught. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the shotgun, drops back. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Chris, just a great throw here. Surgical and precise and doing what they need to do to be able to pick up that first down and keep this Oklahoma offense on the move.
Caught over the middle. It's Diaz. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
No fair catch. Looking to return this punt. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. This should be the last play of the quarter. First down. Looking to throw the football. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Kirk, it's East Carolina with the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's got it. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Keeping it on the ground here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Pirates. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
There's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right now.
Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Bringing pressure. Defense is coming after him. There's no one to throw to there on third down. And now it's a fourth down coming up. The Sooners will have to punt this one away. We're going to kick it away for the second time. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. East Carolina's offense is back out on the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Here we go on fourth down. Breaking free at midfield. Breaks clear. End zone ahead.
Man, that is a gutsy call to go for it on fourth down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in. And they're trying to punch it in here. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Pirates.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? And the back gets the football. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Illegal block. Offense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, you're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. And the Sooners will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Touchdown, Oklahoma. No chance to catch him.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Let's it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up for the first down. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And he's after picking up a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. The Pirates looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. The catch hauled in here over the middle, and the tackle is made. Set up. 1st and goal from the 9. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Gets rid of it on the move. Looks to his left and makes the completion. When the ball moves to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina. Now the important point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Carolina.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. It's caught downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. The Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. Looking to chuck it again. Throws to the tight end. The freshman shows inexperience. Lucky it didn't get intercepted.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
And this pass is on target, caught. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Throw to the running back in the flat. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a 4th down now. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The Sooners will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. Back behind the quarterback, line in pistol. First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete, comes up a little short on that throw.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag.
Playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Pirates. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Bringing it out, it's Henderson. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. And he's got his man open downfield. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 play coming up. And then it's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half.
The Pirates will kick it deep to begin the second half. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
That completion sets up a third down play. Try and muscle for the first down. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Tackled all the way down at the 25-yard line. Suddenly, they're in great position to get points. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
Return starts from inside the 5. Stopped at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. East Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Throws it to the right. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a third down play.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And it's incomplete again.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And the Sooners offense is back on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. And the Sooners will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
The pass rush closing in. Gets into space at the 50. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. The Pirates looking to crank up the tempo a bit. They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. And this offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Contact as he let the ball go. And it's incomplete. Even in a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Pass not complete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
The shotgun running play call. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Short connection to the tight end here. Defense makes the stop after the completion. 2nd down after that short completion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid game for a 1st down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Same tailback, another carry. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity.
Intercepted in the end zone.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Kirk, it's East Carolina with the lead here. With 3 quarters in the books, with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. You guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The defense gets him, but it's a 1st down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. The Sooners come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to dial up the pressure. Let's see if they bring the house. He's running out of time here. Lets it go. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Here we go. And go.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. It's a shotgun run call. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Boy, what patience here by this quarterback. I thought he might try to get it downfield, get a little impatient. Instead, why not just check it down to the most gifted guy on your team? Get him out in space, let him do the rest of the work for a touchdown.
I believe they're going to line up. Onside kick. And it looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. East Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. He's got it for a big gain. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking for 6. And it's picked off in the end zone.
That's the last thing that you can afford to do. Working with the lead in the fourth quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back.
Oh, the pass is picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into cover.
Touchdown, Pirates. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
No problem with the PAT right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. It's a quick grab. The defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The completion sets up a second down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. The Sooners have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw yet again. Fires it to the wideout. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Using his legs on the scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching it downfield. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Backed up with the one, he's going to throw it. And this is going to be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
And it's taken at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for the wideout. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. 1st down here for this offense. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
Well, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Quick throw to his receiver. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here.
Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. And he steps out. Crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense. Timeout. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. Quick throw testing the middle. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And he'll drop back here on third down. Pass falls incomplete, but there's a flag. Will it keep the drive alive?
Holding.
Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. They're 1 for 3 so far on fourth down attempts. Can they convert here? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And he's brought down. A sack for the defense coming up big on this fourth down play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll test the right side here. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. Second down play coming up. And now the running backs got it again. They get him down, and that's how this game will end. Pocket 0-0. Of course, in the playoffs,